Yo, what up? So today's lesson, I'm gonna give you two examples of this too, because this has happened to me twice this week. So when it comes to you guys getting fit, there's a few things that you always gotta do, but when it comes to fitness, you gotta understand you are only going to get fit by disciplining yourself to do what needs to be done. Okay? If you don't develop your self-discipline and force yourself to do the shit you need to do so that way you can get what you want, you're never going to get it. Okay? Period. So you need to be doing some things to hold yourself accountable and force yourself to do the shit you don't want to do. Because you're not going to want to eat healthy all the time. You're not going to want to track your macros. You're not going to want to work out every day. You're not going to want to finish your workouts. You're not going to want to wake up early so you can get them in. Right? But you got to discipline yourself to do what it takes. Okay? So let me give you an example. So we just had Labor Day, right? So I drank a lot, okay, on Saturday. I only drank one day over the weekend because I really don't like to drink alcohol, but we had a bunch of people at the house, and I only drink socially, right? And I usually don't drink that often. So because I don't like the way it makes me feel days after, right? You're just, even if I'm not hungover, I'm just still not myself, right? And I like to be in hustle mode, grind mode, be able to work out hard all the time, right? The majority of the time, right? So anyway, I drank a ton of whiskey. The next day, I was hungover as fuck, okay? And because I didn't drink enough water that whole rest of the day. So when I woke up the next day, I felt like shit, right? So because of that, my workout the next 2 days sucked, right? So once I felt better, I actually doubled up and held myself accountable and still did my work that I missed the 2 previous days. I worked out, but they just sucked. I only did like part of my workout. So I ended up doubling up the days after to make up for what I didn't complete on the other 2 days because I felt like shit, right? So that's self-accountability, getting it done no matter what. Now yesterday was September 11th, okay? And as a tribute to the 3,000 people plus that were lost on this day, I ran 3,000 steps, okay? And which is in Laguna Beach. There's a place out there called 1,000 Steps. It's technically 218, but it feels like 1,000 because they're really steep. So I did that 14 times, okay, to break over 3,000 steps as a tribute, right? So the whole rest of the day, once again, I didn't drink enough water, and I was extremely dehydrated, okay, today. So, and today is my normal Saturday trail run that I do with clients, right? So today on my run, I sucked, okay? I was so dehydrated because I didn't really drink very much water the whole rest of the day after my workout like I should have. I should have had like another 2 or 3 gallons. I had like less than 1 for the whole rest of the day. So today, when I was on my run, I was dead, right? So dehydrated. When you're dehydrated, your muscles do not perform, okay? They don't. I don't care how much of a beast you are, they don't perform. So I'm running this run, and I'm like, my legs felt like flat tires, like they were just done, right? And because I was so slow, which is actually, I was still fast compared to like normal people, but slow for me, right? So when I got done, I was like, all right, that's just unacceptable. Self-accountability and discipline. I'm like, I'm gonna go run that last hill, which is super steep and super long. I'm gonna run the last hill of this run one more time to make up for me being so slow today. So went to my truck, drank some water with some salt in it, get a little bit of hydration, went back down the hill, hit it again. Self-accountability. So that way I could make up for where I came up short today, right? So when it comes to you achieving your goals, when it comes to fitness, you got to discipline yourself to hold yourself accountable. Now, there's a couple things that you can do to hold yourself accountable. that you can do on a daily basis besides the fact that of just doing stuff like this, right? Number one is tracking your food every single day, especially when you eat like an asshole and you eat some shit you know you're not supposed to be eating, and you eat like a dumbass, and you binge on some fucking pizza and cake and candy and margaritas. Track that shit. Track that shit. And here's why, okay? Because when you track it, what's going to happen, and you're not going to want to track it. Why don't you want to track it? Because you don't want to face it. You don't want to hold yourself accountable, okay? Now, tracking it will actually help you not repeat this. Here's why. When you track it and you see those numbers, okay? And I recommend that you track it on an app called MyFitnessPal because it does all the work for you, okay? Punches in all your numbers for you, okay? So you'll see the amount of sugar and the amount of carbs and all the shit that you had that you shouldn't have had, right? So when you track it, when you eat like an asshole, what's going to happen is you're going to see those numbers, right? And it's going to cause some pain, some guilt, some anxiety, some very negative emotions. And this works in your benefit, okay? You're not going to like it in the moment, right? Because it's going to make you feel like a loser, right? Going to make you feel like a piece of shit, right? And then what's going to happen is it's going to deter you from you doing that again, right? This is why I call this feeling the pain, okay? Feel the pain. Because when you are holding yourself accountable and forcing yourself to track that shit, right? It's going to deter you from doing that again, okay? It's going to deter you, all right? So track your shit. The second thing that you need to make sure you do, self-accountability, okay? You should be tracking your food every day, so that way you know where your calories are, you know how much protein and carbs and fats you've had, so that way you can create the goal that you're trying to hit, right? So you can hit your goals. It's always a calories game, people. Always, okay? Doesn't matter what diet you do. If you don't create a calorie deficit, you ain't losing fat, okay? If you don't keep your diet fucking clean, you're gonna have all kinds of issues. Besides the fact you're gonna fucking binge, you're also going to have a severe level of inflammation. It's gonna fuck up your workouts. You're gonna end up having anxiety and depression and gym injuries, okay? So anyway, so another little trick that you can do is weigh yourself every day, okay? Get on the scale every fucking day. Now, if you are already lighter and leaner, your scale's not really gonna change that much, okay? But if you're heavier, which most of you are, because most of you are a good 50 pounds overweight, right? Your weight should be dropping every day. If your macros and your calories are legit on point, your scale weight should be dropping every damn day. Pretty much almost every damn day, okay? So that's the other self-accountability tool. Now, this also works under the feel the pain category, right? So you ate a bunch of bullshit, right? You know you got to get on the scale the next day, right? So what's going to happen is you felt the pain from seeing the numbers, right? Now you're going to get on the scale in the morning, right? Now you're going to see what it's done to your body, because you're going to be inflamed, you're going to be heavier, you're going to weigh probably anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds more because you ate like an asshole, right? And it's going to make you very upset, okay? Feel the pain, okay? Because it will deter you, right? And on top of that, from a psychological level, when you know you're going to track your shit and you know you're going to get on the scale, right? You don't want to see those negative numbers. You don't want to see that you just ate 5,000 calories and 300 grams of sugar. You don't want to see that your scale weight went up 5 pounds. So on a subconscious level, it's going to make you do better, right? So feel the fucking pain, all right? So then the next thing that you guys could do, okay? So we talked about tracking, talked about weighing yourself. Another thing that you need to make sure you're doing, if you can, do body fat every single week. Do your body fat tests every single week, okay? But another thing that you can do too is take a selfie every Sunday morning when you wake up. I call this Selfie Sunday, okay? So take a selfie, make sure you're shirtless. Nobody's got to see this but you, okay? Take pictures, because pictures tell the truth, right? So this is another area where it's either going to, you're going to be like, oh, wow, this looks great, or it's going to be like, fuck, right? It's going to create pain because you ate like an asshole days prior, okay? And one day of eating like an asshole could fuck you up for weeks, just an FYI, okay? Because some of you guys eat way worse than you think you. Matter of fact, all you do. You eat way more and way worse than you think you do, okay? Most of you that think that you're doing it right, think that you're doing it healthy, you ain't even fucking close to the standard of eating clean and eating healthy, okay? Because most of you guys think that like whole wheat and all these 7-grain breads and crackers and Ezekiel bread and yogurts and protein shakes and protein bars, you think all this shit is healthy. It ain't, okay? It's trash. It's fucking trash. You ain't even fucking close, okay? Ain't even fucking close. But use these little methods of tracking your food, right? Holding yourself accountable all the time. Okay, you have a shitty workout today, make up for it tomorrow. Okay? You track your food and weigh yourself and take photos, right? And always make sure you take before photos, because you're not really gonna see it when you see yourself every day. You're not really gonna see it in the mirror, right? Until you start making some serious gains, right? With your progress. But you take that before photo of where you started, right? And you put it next to a progress photo that you've taken on Sundays, and you're gonna see the difference, right? If you're doing what you're supposed to do. And whenever you see the difference and you see that progress, it's motivating, guys. It's super motivating. So if you use these little tricks as self-accountability, this is gonna help you progress faster. This is gonna help you get to your goal faster. And this is gonna help you stay in check, right? Like I look at my abs every single morning and every single night, okay? At least twice a day. First thing I do in the morning, okay, is go in the mirror and I'm looking at my abs, right? How they looking, right? Same thing when I'm gonna go take a shower, right? I used to take about 2 showers a day, right? Take my shirt off, checking out my abs, right? So I on most days I'm doing it at least 3 times a day. Sometimes it's way more than that, because in the mirror at the gym, checking out my abs, right? So it never gets old. It never gets old, guys. when you looking good, and especially like when I start getting like really shredded, right? I'm looking at them all the time. Like I'm feeling them during the day, right? Like it's just what you do, right? So, but anyway, these are some rules and some ways to hold yourself accountable, so that way you can get your goals. You have to do this. You have to do this. And you've probably never thought of these things before, but these have to be done if you want to get to your goal and you want to get there fast, right? And you want to stay there and you want to stay sexy. Do these things, okay? So these are just some little tips for you guys. You got to build your self-discipline. You got to discipline yourself to do what it takes, and you got to do it every single day. You're not going to be perfect. You're going to fuck up. You are. You're going to fuck up. You're going to make a lot of mistakes, okay? You are. I expect you to, right? You're human. You're going to fuck up. I've made thousands of mistakes myself, okay? Still continue to sometimes, okay? So, like last weekend, I drank too damn much, right? I shouldn't have drank that much, right? Fucked me up for 2 days, okay? Prime example. So, remember these things. I'm going to close this video out. Share this video with your workout partners, with your spouses, with your people who are fitness minded, those that are trying to get in shape, you know. Share this video with them so that way they understand that these are some tricks that they can do, so that way they can get to where they want to be faster. Okay? So, love you guys, appreciate you guys. I want you to succeed even more than you want to succeed. That's why I do these videos. That's why I make all these posts. That's why I do this. I want you to succeed even more than you do. I guarantee it. All right? Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.